Hey, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co.
And I am Ricky. Hello again.
And yes, I know she's taller, but it's really just the chair. It's just the chair. She's on a higher chair than me. She hasn't grown older. It's not that. I'm not like, I actually do this with this. Actually, let's start again. Let's do this. I'm going to pretend I'm doing this. Go, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co.
And hello again, I am Ricky.
And we are back. I am a little bit higher here, right? Either way, we're going to be diving into a review of Glom. We're reviewing Glom from Indie Boards and Cards, and this is a party game of restructuring phrases. That's what the game is. Now, the way we're going to show you how to play is we're really going to just play around, and that's it. We're going to play around. So let's go ahead and show you how this plays. Because right now, we have over here, we have a timer, we have some sheets of paper, and we have the phrase, rule, and goal. Now, the phrase we're going to have, we don't know what this is, the phrase is, eat your vegetables. You done this one? Okay, we're going to do another one because Ricky's done that one. We're going to do the phrase is going to be, don't judge a book by its cover. Have you done that?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to keep going until Ricky finds one that we have not done. Give me a second here. We're going to take a second. Okay.
And there's this one I hope we don't get because...
Ricky, we're going to go to the next one. Have you done nice to meet you?
No.
Okay, we're going to do nice to meet you is the phrase we're going to run with, okay? Now, the rule, we're going to give Ricky one reset. Even if she's done it, one reset. We're going to do the rule of must be exactly 4 words.
Ooh.
Which, ironically, is exactly what nice to meet you is. Are you
Yep.
fine with that rule?
Yep.
Okay, and then we're going to go to the goal. Normally you don't reset these. You're going to go to the goal of most sets of double consonants. Okay, so now that we have that over there, have you done that goal?
No.
I like that goal.
I like that
Basically,
goal too.
the general idea of the game is you have a phrase. The phrase is nice to meet you. The rule is it must be exactly 4 words. What must be exactly 4 words? Ricky, what must be 4 words?
The phrase you remake.
The phrase you remake. You see, you're remaking the phrase. You're going to take the phrase nice to meet you, and you're going to come up with a different phrase as players that has the same meaning as nice to meet you, that clearly conveys that same intent, but the phrase that we come up with to replace that has 2 rules. The first rule that's always in play is it cannot have any of the same words from the original phrase. And the second rule is, well, whatever the rule card says. So we can't do nice to meet you. We can't do to or you or meet or anyone. The rulebook does have the very reasonably suggested rule that you cannot use
Archaic phrasing. Can I please read that at the end? The thing at the
You want to read the phrasing? You want to read the
Yes,
read the
it's
phrasing?
very funny.
Go ahead. Read the rule on archaic phrasing. Go ahead. Just jump in.
And another thing, archaic phrasing. Dost thou approve of fanciful speech? Forsooth, vocabulary not often used in modern discourse may provide great merriment, yet its overuse may mar your merrymaking. We beseech thee to employ such witticisms sparingly in regular play. If perchance thou and thine companions art connoisseurs of the bawd, hold fast. Glom at the Globe shall be released anon.
I don't know if it actually will be, but hopefully not. Anyways, but that's basically, the goal being, instead of saying nice to meet you, you don't want to replace it with nice to meet thou. That kind of changes the whole point. So our phrase is nice to meet you, our rule is it has to be exactly 4 words, and our goal, the way you win, because we might have multiple people who do this, is the person who has the most sets of double consonants. And to that end, we have a timer, and now we're going to play.
Okay.
I'm going to think out loud. Okay, nice to meet you. Divine, pleasure. Meet the problem, meet the issue. Nice to meet you. Pleased to make your acquaintance was great, except we have 2 in there and it's 5 words. Pleasure. I've met you. And you have as long as the timer. You don't have to beat the other person. You have to come as long as the timer. So the first thing you want to do is come up with a phrase. Then you want to try to improve it. Okay, well, this is awkward. Nice to meet you.
Well, I've also played this like 20 times.
Enjoyable.
I played like 20 rounds of this yesterday, so...
Connecting was great is 3, and it has a double N in connecting. Connecting was really great. So now, the 2 L's in really, right? There's 2 L's in really, right?
No, wait, is that? Wait.
No, there's no... Alexa, how many L's in the word really?
From worldanvil.com. L's are few and far between.
Alexa, how do you spell really?
Really is spelled R. E-A-L-L-Y.
That threw me off. If you knew the answer. Okay.
Now I'm confused. Connecting stuff that I write, I'm like, what?
Connecting was really great. Now, ideally, we'd still go spend the next minute and a half trying to come up with a better phrasing, but I'm going to stick with my phrasing just for the sake of not burning a minute and a half of your time in this review. And to that end, my phrasing is connecting was really great. which is a reasonable tangent or reasonable interpretation of nice to meet you. Now, the players do have the ability to vote and discuss and all those things. And I have... You changed yours?
I changed mine so I wouldn't lose.
She changed hers so she wouldn't lose. That's not how you play the game, people. It's not how you play the game.
Also why you don't say your thing out loud.
Well, yes, that's how it's true. So I said connecting was really great, which is 4 words. It's a double N in connecting, a double L in really, so I have 2 points.
Absolutely.
Ricky, what was your original phrase and what's your new phrase?
Hello, a wonderful greeting. My new is hello, a wonderful connection.
Hello, a wonderful greeting. And now you have hello, a wonderful connection. Aren't you still losing? Oh, you have a double hello. Hello, a wonderful connection.
And now we tie.
Greeting. How many T's in greeting? 1. Greeting. Yeah.
There's 2 E's.
Hello, a wonderful connection. I think you all know I won. I definitely won that. You know that. But anyways, yeah, hello, a wonderful greeting. So
Yes, but this is in past tense and this is present tense.
I'll let you vote. I'll let you vote who won. That's basically how you play the game. The goal of the game is you have a phrase. The timer's still going. You have a phrase, you have a rule, you have a goal. You're going to combine them. And the nice part of the game, we'll get to review territory shortly, but you have those things, you combine all those, you have a goal that you're going through, and then you sit there and go through the timer trying to come up with the craziest phrases on the table that ultimately work. That's basically how you play Glom. And with that, we're going to dive into the review. Ricky, what do you think of this game?
I think it is extremely fun and hilarious.
It is extremely fun and hilarious. It is very...
You can sneak so many jokes into it.
Interesting. Like what?
It's just like a class joke.
A class joke?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Like what's class?
Class
joke. Yeah, this game is so again, it has a few things going for it offhand. The first thing that I particularly enjoy in any party game is that the combination of things makes it more unique. Meaning, I don't know about you, but I've played Taboo. I've played, or even just one.
Taboo.
Taboo's fun. It's like Codenames, but not as good.
I know, but Taboo takes a lot of players to play, and it's very difficult to find enough people who don't want to go play dodgeball.
That's
during
reasonable.
Recess.
These are definitely problems for middle school. Anyways, Taboo though. Taboo has a problem that is, one of the problems with Taboo that I personally find is that you go through the cards, and once you go through the cards in the same group, you can't really do the same cards again and again because people use the same clues, the same references. You get in a pattern where the same answers are used. Even a game like Just One, to a certain extent, has the same pattern. That one's a little broken up because you have the diversity of players on the answers giving those things. But I do find sometimes in games that you have a clever concept, but you find yourself in a rote pattern of repetitiveness because as you go through the same cards. So when the next time I play Nice to Meet You, I'll have the same answer. This game breaks that. Similar to Codenames before, it's about the combination of factors, which means the rule and the goal and the phrase all combine to give you a different outcome. Now, I do find, and here's the part that's interesting, I don't know about you, Ricky, I do find that for the most part, players focus on the phrase and the rule, and then the goal is almost incidental. You kind of wrap the goal in at the end. If you try to do all 3 at once, it can be really, really hard. So it's phrase and rule, drive your thing forward, and then you use remaining time to like fudge it around and mess with the goal, which, for better or for worse, still means that the phrase and the rule are still giving you a unique set of things, giving you a lot of variabilities to experience. So offhand, I just like the variability of the puzzle. I also like the fact that the game in general is just funny. The very nature of what it's trying to do, it forces players to think of things that are outside the norm and engage with things that are just not how you would typically say things or think of things or deal with things. And you do end up with weird phrasings at times, but sometimes at the end of the day, if the only phrasing at the table that works is the weird phrasing, usually that player will end up winning the game. And so it's just funny as you go through it. And it's creative too. It really forces you to be creative, to restructure things in a way that is variable, repetitive, funny, engaging, all those things. Any other thoughts?
That if you very much like this game, it's a very, very, very good party game. Also, kids can play it very well.
Yep.
Yesterday I spent about like an hour playing 20 different rounds.
20 different rounds?
Yes.
Nice.
We got rid of the goal, like, immediately.
Yes, you see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So the goals go away. I will say that one of my minor nitpicks or complaints is I find the rules and goals, the phrases are great. There's lots of variety of phrases. The rules and goals, sometimes they feel distinctive and interesting, like most out of double consonants. That feels cool. Other times they're like, okay, great, more vowels or, more E's in it. And sometimes the goals and rules can feel a little repetitive that don't have as much distinguishingness as I want.
I love the one that says you must have the exact same vowel or the exact same consonant in every single word. Those make you.
Those ones I don't like.
I love those ones. They make such interesting answers.
Yeah, but like reapproaching the puzzle with having an E in everything or having an A in everything is different, but I don't know if it really challenges you to experience it differently, or it does.
It does.
Yeah.
It depends on the phrase.
As far as things you don't like in the game?
Sometimes the phrases are less of a phrase and more of something you would say to someone. Like one of the phrases.
Like nice to meet you.
Sorry.
Is there really one that's just sorry?
Yes.
I didn't even know that one.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, for me, as far as things I don't like, not a ton I really don't like. At the end of the day, this is a party game, which means it has pros and cons. I find only a handful of party games have really risen to the top for me. This one I enjoy. I very much have a good time with it. I think that the biggest complaint I would have is the nature of the game does mean that it can sometimes be a frantic rush of thinking, and other times it can be a minute and a half of everyone looking at the timer and just waiting while trying to maximize or improve their word. The timer system, again, sometimes you need the full 3 minutes. There are times where you just need the full 3 minutes. And there's other times where you use a minute and then it's just like, okay, now I'm going to spend 2 minutes trying to improve my word. So
Or
the
just
game time
staring
to overthinking ratio, not always perfect.
Like, this isn't... This
The
is
dog ate my homework. That's an excuse, not a phrase.
I know. Watch your step. We should order a pizza?
We should order pizza. Let's order a pizza. Where's Alexa?
Uh-huh.
Sorry. Anyways, but yeah. Here, let me show the top camera. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Sorry. But yeah, that's basically what's going on in Glom. Let's talk about final thoughts, Ricky. Final thoughts. What is your overall opinion, if you want to rate it?
It is a wonderful game that can make you laugh very hard.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the whole archaic speech thing.
Okay, so you say yes.
And I would probably give this a 4.5.
4.5 out of 5. Wow, you really like it.
Yes.
She did play it like all day with her friends.
Yes, because the thing I don't like about it is the fact that that the phrases are less of a phrase and more of a random thing you say,
Gotcha.
like, let's order pizza.
Yep.
Or sorry.
For me, Glom is a 3.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed this. I did not expect to like this. This is a party game that kind of falls into the genre that's a little bit more mass market, almost in its general approach, which is not necessarily a bad thing. There's an audience to that, but a little less likely to pull me in, kind of on the surface level. But when you actually sit down and play it, I really had a lot of fun with this. I had a lot of fun with the way the game actually tried to force you to combine and rethink things. It is definitely a one-trick pony. You need the right group of people, the right time, the right situation. So it's not going to be a game that's necessarily for everyone, but it's a game that falls in the category of a game I'm always happy to play. If you sit there and want to play Glom, it's going to be fun. It's fun to literally, like, I've been having a fun showing this to people. I'm like, oh, you want to see what Glom is? And they're like, what do you mean Glom? And, like, literally, I'll just, like, show them and play, like, 1 or 2 rounds of Glom because it's fun to just, like, show people the game. So definitely enjoy it. Definitely have fun with it. It again, doesn't, like, completely wow me, but definitely a game I can easily recommend. Very creative, very variable, and just overall a lot of fun. And that's basically Glom. As far as other game recommendations, do you have any game recommendations, Ricky?
Neanderthals.
Neanderthals.
It's a very funny, very simple game in which it gives you... I haven't played it in a very long time.
Yep.
But it gives you a phrase or something like that, and then you have to re-say that thing with only using 1-syllable words. And if you use a word that has more than 1 syllable, there's this giant blow-up stick that you get to whack people with.
Yeah, Neanderthals is a great choice as far as a game recommendation. It's a very similar idea of forcing you to re-examine something you already know. The only difference is that one has one rule for the whole game. That's the difference.
Stick.
Like, this gives you, like, and it does give you a foam blow-up stick, which is a lot of fun to go through. Yeah. That's basically our review of Glom. Until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co.
And I am Ricky.
Have a good one.